Anti-Trump protesters flooded streets through much of the night. Thousands of demonstrators marched, carrying banners and disrupting traffic. Signs with the message, "Not my president," showed the marchers' refusal to accept Donald Trump's victory. The protest broke out in at least 38 cities around the country, including right here in New York. Police there arrested dozens of people. Michelle Miller is outside Trump Tower right now. Michelle, good morning.
Good morning. Well, buildings with Trump's name on them became beacons for thousands of protesters angry over the results of this election. Divisions exposed by a hostile presidential race were on full display last night. In cities across the country, thousands took to the streets to voice their outrage over the election of Donald Trump.
The people united. We saw crowds actually being disruptive.
On the West Coast, protesters set fires and faced off with police. In Los Angeles, hundreds ran onto Interstate 101, temporarily shutting it down.
That's total gridlock on the 101.
More than a dozen people were arrested there.
Trump has tapped into something very deep and dark and evil in our country, and now we're all going to pay.
Up to 10,000 people packed the streets of Midtown Manhattan, holding anti-Trump signs and blocking traffic. About 65 people were arrested near Trump Tower, mostly for disorderly conduct. And while there were some calls for unity,
I think we have a new president, and we should all unify and rally around President Trump.
They were drowned out by frustration and fury.
He's a racist, homophobic, xenophobic nightmare, misogynist nightmare, and he doesn't represent the values that I know to be American values.
If he actually cared about us, he would be bringing us all together.
Not my president! Chants of "Not my president" stretched from Kansas City to Seattle. Thousands gathered outside Chicago's Trump Tower, where demonstrators shut down streets.
He is dividing us. He is dividing minorities. He is dividing women. He's dividing gays. He is dividing the very social fabric of this world.
In New Orleans,
no KKK, no fascist USA.
They burned a doll in Trump's image.
I am what some people would call a conservative. We cannot give up the United States of America for Donald Trump.
And Trump Tower is now lined with sanitation trucks filled with sand as a protective barrier for this building. We should note there are more protests expected tonight and through the weekend in cities like Cincinnati and Indianapolis. Nora?
All right, Michelle, thank you so much.